yesterday, first base, Stephen Young. At third base, Paul Sotelo, and behind home plate, Trent Johnson.
Good afternoon, Crabs fans around the world and around the block listening on the World Wide Web and on the radio. Crabs Baseball is on the air for the last time in 2025 as we close out the season against the Peloteros from
Placer County.
Placer County, thank you. It's a beautiful day in Arcata. Lovely Sunday afternoon. It's been a great season. We've had a great time, and this is a good day to end it all against a team that played well against us last night, even though they took the loss. And so looking for a good game today, Liam.
Yeah, their pitching was pretty good until the Crabs kind of warmed down at the end. That's pretty typical. It was a good, close game, and looking forward to a win to close out the season. And then 10 long, dark months of
that's right,
the ballpark being quiet.
Months of void. And it's always a bittersweet day here on the last day at the ballpark. It's been a fun season, but it's time to move on. David Zazueta on the mound for the Crabs. Get the final start of the season. And let's give you the lineup for the opposing teams.
Yes, for the Placer County Peloteros, as always, brought to you by Compass Community Credit Union and the North Coast Co-op. Leading off will be the second baseman, Rain Miller. Batting second will be the designated hitter, Tyler Boyard. Batting third will be the shortstop, Carson Moore. Batting fourth will be the center fielder, Jason Harris. Batting fifth will be the first baseman, Landon Plout. Batting sixth will be the third baseman, Gavin Mungia. Batting seventh will be the right fielder, Dylan Nuz. Batting eighth will be the catcher, Kyle Pedersen. Batting ninth will be the left fielder, Frankie Castillo. And on the mound for the Peloteros will be Landon Rowland.
All right. I'll give you the Crabs lineup when it's their turn to bat. Meanwhile, Miller steps up to the plate. Miller in last night's game was 0 for 4. For the Crabs, it's Zazueta on the mound. Kavanasaurus is catching. Caden Lee at first. Parker Rogers at second. Cameron Sewell at third. Keenan Morris at short. Here's the pitch. Misses low and inside. Nolan Hamilton in left. Timmy Reed in center. And Jacob Pappas is in right field.
Pistolero? It's Peloteros.
The 1-0?
Yeah, ball players is what it
is a strike on the outside corner.
That's okay. It's not Pistolero.
A ball and a strike to count to Miller. Wind blowing gently out towards center. Next pitch misses inside. It's slightly cloudy. Looks like it's going to burn off any minute, though.
Season's been a lot cloudier and foggier just overall than in
summer has been
past seasons.
Yeah. Had a lot more overcast this summer, I think, than in past years. The next pitch misses low, 3-1.
Several nights I've had to drive home with the windshield wipers on because it's so misty.
Yeah. It's true. So 3-1 now, the count to Miller.
Won't be a problem today, though.
I don't think so. And that pitch misses low, and so a leadoff walk. This has been Zazueta's problem this season. He's had control issues.
He has numbers this season. 8th start. He's pitched in relief once. 32 1/3 innings pitched. In those 32 1/3, he has given up 25 runs. 24 of those are earned. He's walked 29, struck out 32, 3-1 record.
And the pitch now to Bolyard. Misses low. Want another count. And that misses low again. Is that 6 straight now?
I think it's 4 straight.
4 straight, okay. 2-0 to Bolyard. Miller with a good lead over at first. He's going. Zazueta deals. Pitches outside. The throw down the second is into center field, and the runner's going to go to third. So that's an error on Soares. Stolen base, and then an error on Soares. And the Peloteros have a runner at third with nobody out. And a 2-0 count on Balliard. And the 2-0. Way outside, 3-0.
Cavanasaurus, this is the third straight game that he's caught, which is, I don't think he's done that this season. Of course, Nico Lombardi left after the championship series in Healdsburg. So
and Forsyth's hurt, right? He
Yeah.
can't really catch. Next pitch is inside, and that's ball 4. So back-to-back walks. Puts runners on the corners with nobody out. So, yeah, it's going to be up to Cavanasaurus.
Beer fans at the third base beer stand.
And now he's out to the mound to talk with Zazueta.
A shout out to the Crabs from Boone. We're not ready for the season to end. Where do we go to sign the petition for another 20 games?
Go watch CR football.
Batting next number 3, shortstop Carson Moore.
So here's Carson Moore, the shortstop. First and third. Nobody out.
It's literally after school, bro. Really? Yeah, they're at the Redwood Bowl.
Here's the pitch. Oh, and there's a strike in there. 0-1 on the inside corner. Umpire had to think about it, but finally did decide it was a strike. 0-1. Yo, 1 is low. Ball and a strike to count. First and third, nobody out. Zazueta sets. And the pitch. Low and outside. So is that 3-1 now?
I have 2-1.
2-1, okay. Very little breeze to speak of at the moment. It will pick up later in the afternoon. It usually does. And there's a strike on the outside corner, and the count goes even now to Moore. Miller at third, Balliard at first. Balliard's got a huge lead over there. And now a toss over. Dangerous move because we've got a runner at third. Another throw to first.
Yeah, every time Zazueta throws over to first, Ray Miller's ready to go.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. The 2-2, and that's a breaking pitch that misses outside. 3-2. Zazueta, a long look in. Now he sets. The runner goes. The 3-2 is slap foul. So we'll do it again with the count full. Another throw to first.
Well, this is going to be a 4-hour game.
Well, some fans petition for 20 more games. We might be spending the equivalent of 20 more games at this game.
The way it's going.
The 3-2 is grounded out to second. The runner was going, and it kicks past Rogers and into right field. That's going to play to run, and
That was a really,
will go all the way to third.
that was a really nasty hop.
That was a nasty hop right over his head, so that'll go as a hit for Moore. Miller in to score. Balliard to third. And it's 1-0 in favor of the Peloteros. Still nobody out. Here's Harris. Harris last night was 0 for 4. And he takes a strike at the knees. The 0-1 is a strike at the knees. 0-2 now to Harris. Zazueta sets and deals. The 0-2 is hit in the air, foul territory, first base side. Over to get it is Lee, and there's one away.
Next, number 1, first baseman, Landon Plout.
Here's Landon Plout, the first baseman. Plout last night, 1 for 4. Left-handed hitter. The runner goes from first. The pitch is inside. No throw down to second. So more steals. So second and third with 1 out now for the Peloteros. Zazueta at the belt. Comes home. Way high, all the way to the backstop. No advance by the runners. 2-0. Two balls, no strikes to count. Here's the pitch. Outside, 3-0. Pitch. Right down the middle with a fastball, 3-1. And now the batter asks for time and gets it. Because we got all the time in the world today.
Yeah, this is a riveting baseball game. So exciting.
3-1. Here's the pitch. Fouled away, and the count goes full.
We're on pace for a 4-hour baseball game.
It's a leisurely Sunday ball game.
And unlike you, Benjamin, I have to stay and, pack up and clean up the booth. So
that's right, huh? I'm just going to bail.
Yeah, you're going to go home.
Take my glove and go home. 3-2. Off the hands and a little pop fly out to pitching mound, and Zazueta has it for the second out of the inning. And here's Munguia. Gavin Munguia. Munguia last night had 2 walks and a single in 3 appearances. So the Crabs didn't get him out at all. Zazueta kicks and comes home with a fastball high. No. And the 1-0 swung on a miss. Good fastball down and away. 1-1. 1-1. High, thought about going around and held up. 2-1. 1-0 Peloteros. Top half of the first inning. Just getting started, believe it or not. Here's 2-1. And that's a strike. Belt high. Right on the top edge of the strike zone. 2-2 the count. Zazueta's 2-2 is called. Strike 3 on the inside corner. Happy Trails. Inning over. Peloteros get a run on one hit. There was an error and 2 left. And at the end of half an inning, Peloteros won. Crabs coming to bat. This is exciting Crabs baseball. 107.3 FM. We are back. Thanks to Baywood Golf and Country Club, Big Blue Cafe. Visit the Crabs' favorite Big Blue Cafe on the Plaza and Arcade. It's serving breakfast and lunch all day. Welcome home to the Big Blue. And it's a good day to thank all of our sponsors. And I don't have the complete list, but we can see that out in the outfield, Health Sport, North Coast Co-op, the ones I can read, Pauly Shaw Insurance. They're just a huge list of people who have supported the Crabs this season, and both on the air and at the ballpark. And Crabs, we put on a great show here, and part of it is because of the great support we get from our community.
Oh, yeah. Nothing like Crabs baseball. It's the best 2 months of the year. I spend the other 10 months just counting down the time until Crabs baseball starts again. So
that's right. Me too. So here's Keenan Morris to lead it off for the Crabs. And he lines one into left field, and that's going to be over the head of the left fielder, Castillo, and Morris is in there with a double. Castillo misjudged the ball. He rushed in on it.
Yeah.
And realized too late that it was going to go over his head. So Morris, a leadoff double.
Misjudged it pretty badly. I feel like that's one he should have had.
For sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, it was right at him.
Definitely
and
misread that.
Rushed in on it. It went over his head. For the Crabs, by the way, the lineup goes as follows. It's Keenan Morris leading off at shortstop. Timmy Reed, who's up there now, batting second in center field. Cameron Sewell's at third base, batting third. Adam Enior at the DH, bats cleanup. Jacob Pappas in right field, bats fifth. Kevon Soros, the catcher, bats sixth. Caden Lee at first base, bats seventh. Parker Rogers, the second baseman, bats eighth. And the pitch to Timmy Reed is a strike at the knees, 0-1. And Nolan Hamilton in left field, bats ninth.
Reed coming in batting 244, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs, 12 stolen bases, 17 walks.
0-1, misses high and away, and he has the play of the season.
Oh, yeah, defensively.
That catch in center field.
And his batting average has really gotten better as the season's gone on.
Batting average has gone up, and his on-base percentage remains excellent.
First half of the season, I think he was below 200.
He was.
It's really gotten a lot better.
1-1, and a big swing and a miss, 1-2.
When we talk about the end of the season, Benjamin, it's always weird. The next couple of weeks, if it's a Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, I always just have this feeling that I need to be somewhere.
Yeah.
I have nowhere to be. Eventually that wears off, but
the 1-2 is high. 2-2. Landon Rowland on the mound for the Peloteros. Peterson is catching, Plowed at first, Miller at second, Mungia at third, Moore at short, Castillo in left, Harrison center, and Noose in right field. And Reed steps out. The 2-2. Fouled off the hands and up against the screen. Two hits him on the hip. So that puts runners on first and second with nobody out for Sewell. Yeah, the season goes so fast. It just felt like we just had a 4th of July yesterday.
Felt like it was opening night yesterday.
Yeah.
Batting action, Cubs, number 11, third baseman, Cameron Sewell.
We've traveled. We've been to Medford. We've been to Healdsburg.
Yeah, it's weird. It just takes over my life for 2 months.
It sure
and then
does.
all of a sudden, it's over.
Sure does. Yep, that's the way it works. It's true. So here's Sewell. He takes a fastball in there for a strike.
Well, Cam Sewell, who's in the box now, I think he's the front runner to be MVP at the end of the game. But we'll see. 383 batting average, that leads the team. 9 home runs, that leads the team.
The 0-1 is a strike on the outside corner. He has a chance to tie or break the record today.
Yeah, Damian Henderson's wood bat era record. Could tie it with 1 home run. 43 RBIs, 31 walks, 24 stolen bases.
The 0-2, and now, for whatever reason, Rowland steps off and tosses to the shortstop, who's not even near the bag. Kind of looked like he felt committed, and then he felt as if he had to go through with it. Here's the 0-2, fouled away. Morris at second, Reed at first. Crabs trailing 1-0 in the bottom of the first inning. Nobody's out. And the next pitch rides high. One and two. Look at second, and the 1-2 pitch is outside, 2-2. Rolling, looks out at second from the belt. The 2-2 pitch, swung on a miss, got him, 1 away. Here's Enyart, the DH.
Enyart's also definitely in that MVP conversation, batting .364. His 55 RBIs, that leads the team. 7 home runs, 19 walks, 6 stolen bases.
Well, Enyart pitched as well.
Yeah.
He pitched very well a couple times. He wasn't always great, but he was great when he needed to be. He was great against Healdsburg Tuesday night. Throw down to third as the runners are going, and everybody's safe. Close play at third, but Morris called safe. I thought they got him.
Yeah, me too.
So a double steal. The pitch was, I'm not sure.
It's a ball.
Oh, so it's 1-0. To Enyart. Yeah, the next pitch is a fastball away, 2-0. 2-0, way outside, 3-0.
He doesn't conform to the rules of baseball. He's not a sheep.
3-0 to Enyart. And the pitch. There's a strike on the inside corner, close pitch.
Ooh. I don't know.
Trackman didn't think it was a strike, but the umpire did, and that's the only one that matters. So 3-1 to Enyart. And he hits that one into center field. The center fielder falls down. Now he gets up and makes the catch. Morris is coming in to score. The throw's going to go to third, and the Crabs have tied the ball game. Sacrifice fly for Enyart.
That was impressive by the center fielder to fall down, then get back up and make the catch.
Yeah, it was a good play by, that's Harris out there. So tied at 1. Here's Jacob Pappas with Reed still out at second. And Pappas takes a slider outside.
Pappas coming in batting .307. 18 RBIs, 1 home run, 10 walks, 11 stolen bases.
The 1-0 is hit in the air to right field. It's going to be caught. Diving catch by Noose out in right field. Well done. And that ends the inning for the Crabs. But they get a run on one hit. There were no errors and one left. And at the end of 1, we were tied at 1. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM. We are back, top of the second inning, the bottom of the order for the Peloteros. Noose, Peterson, and Castillo with the score tied at 1. It was Zazueta out on the mound for his second inning of work.
The top of the second inning, batting for the Placer County Peloteros, number 33, right fielder Dylan Nunn.
Here's Nuz. Made a great catch to end the first inning, and he hammers one in the right field. Actually, that is going to drop. That was not hit as hard, nearly as hard as I thought it was.
It's only 69
off the bat. And but he's aboard with a leadoff single.
Kind of sounded loud.
Yeah. I think that's what misled me.
Next, number 10, catcher Peterson.
Here's Peterson. And the pitch popped in the air. First base side, foul territory. Lee over near the fence, and he's got it for out number 1.
Now, at number 34, left fielder Frankie Castillo.
Here's Castillo, the left fielder. 1 out, runner at first. pitch. Check swing, and it's called a strike on the outside corner.
All right, Benjamin, of course, today's the last Crabs game. The World Series happens in October. I told you yesterday to think about who you think is going to be in the World Series, who's going to win, and how many games it's going to go.
Okay, so what did I decide on this? I did think about it like 3 o'clock this morning. I woke up, remembered, and I was supposed to think about it. Swung on and missed now, 0-2. I think I decided that it's going to be the Yankees and San Diego. The runner goes. Throw down the second is not in time.
Padres, Yankees. Interesting.
That's what I'm going to go for. Yeah.
So you think the Padres have what it takes to go all the way to the
I think
World Series?
The Dodgers are beatable, and I think if the Padres can get them in a short series, they can beat them. And I think the same thing. I think Detroit is really good, but I still think the Yankees in a short series, if they can get in, maybe the better short series team. I don't know why I think that. I can't really back it up with solid evidence.
Well, you don't need to back it up with any evidence.
Well, you know, I'm a philosopher. I believe in having evidence.
Well, not in sports.
Not in baseball, though. Doesn't count. 2-2. Oh, big swing and a miss on a changeup. And that's all for Castillo. So I suppose you have a prediction as well?
Well, did you say who's going to win and how many games?
Oh, no. Well, yeah, there I'm going to go for the Yankees in 6.
Yankees in 6. Aaron Donaldson is not going to like that.
No, I know.
If he's listening. I'd have to think about it.
I mean, there's the obvious, Detroit.
I think Detroit's going to be in there on the AL side.
Yeah.
National League side, I'm going to have to think about it.
Runner's going to third. Pitches outside. The throw down is not in time. So News steals second and third. And so he's at third with 2 outs. This is what the problem with the playoffs is. If it were just like, who's the best team in the American League, who's the best team in the National League, that's easy. But with all these playoffs, who knows? Anybody could get in there and win.
Yeah, isn't that kind of the exciting part?
The 0-1, no. That's not the exciting part.
Yeah, usually in sports it's pretty exciting, when an underdog gets in there and and wins.
The 0-1 misses low and outside. I mean, that year
and also you have multiple rounds of playoffs. You have more games.
So boring. I can't bear it.
Yeah, so terrible.
You have a team like Arizona. What was it, 2 years ago? Barely over 500 in the World Series.
Well, they got there.
Yeah, because 2-1. Line down the left field line, past the diving Cameron Sewell and into the corner. That's going to play to run. On his way to second is Miller. And it's 2-1 in favor of the Peloteros.
I mean, if you have a better regular season record than the Diamondbacks, then you beat them in the postseason.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the thing about baseball. In any given, like we've said a million times, even here, like the Mudcats beat the Healdsburg 5-1.
Yeah,
in one game. So
we're only taking the top 2 out of only 6 teams, though.
I know. Yeah, luckily for now. But, like I said, I was bored with that World Series. I didn't care if Arizona won. They didn't really deserve to be there.
I disagree.
Here's the throw on second, and the runner's back.
I love that.
I mean,
Arizona-Texas World Series.
Baltimore Orioles won 103 games.
Well, then if they
didn't get to go to the World Series.
They won 103 games, they should have easily gotten to the World Series, but they didn't get it done. So
here's the pitch. Outside, 0-1. But see, that's the point. That doesn't follow because in a short series, anybody can win. You just have to get a couple players who are hot.
Yeah. I mean, if you're a really good team in the regular season, then you need to get hot at the right time.
0-1 to Bolliard. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed 0-2.
I don't know. I feel like...
I just think it's a deep injustice that a team that good doesn't get to go to the World Series. I want to see the best teams play. 0-2.
They're good enough to go to the World Series. They'll be in the World Series. I mean,
The 0-2, throw down to second, and he's back in time.
trying to think of my National League team, though.
Oh, yeah, that's
I feel
hard.
like the Brewers.
I was going to say the Brewers would have been my other
Brewers,
choice.
Tigers.
Yeah.
And then the Tigers are winning in 7.
I would like to see that World Series. That
Oh,
would be
yeah.
cool. The 0-2 in the air to right field. And that ends the inning. But Peloteros get a run on a couple of hits. There were no errors and a runner left, and at the end of inning and a half, they lead 2-1. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM. We are back. Thanks to Crestmark Millwork, local manufacturer of custom cabinetry and millwork for commercial projects throughout California and Oregon, creating signature elements for extraordinary spaces since 1997. Crestmark is committed to promoting a healthy and productive society by investing in the relationships with employees, local community suppliers, and customers. Soros, Lee, and Rogers to bat in the bottom of the second for the Crabs, trailing 2-1.
Soros coming in batting .303, 21 RBIs, 13 walks.
The 1-0 is lashed down the left field line. That's going to go into the corner. Soros going to go for 2. The throw is not going to be in time, and that's a leadoff double for Kavana Soros. Right over the bag and down the line.
That boy Dominic.
Here's Caden Lee.
Caden Lee coming in batting .239. 9 RBIs, 1 home run. It was the first home run of the season. 14 walks.
Here's the pitch, and he takes a fastball away. In the air to right field, fairly deep. But the right fielder's there to make the catch. On the play, Soros is going to third, and luckily for him, the ball was bobbled at third, or he would have been a dead duck.
That was a really good throw.
Great throw from Nuss in center right field. We've seen him make a great diving catch already, and then a great throw. So
I was kind of shocked at how good that throw was. Yeah, if the third baseman would have been able to handle it, Soros would have been out by a mile.
Yep. So here's Parker Rogers. And Rogers fouls one out of play. So 1 out. Soros at third now.
Parker coming in hitting .250. 10 RBIs, 18 walks, 3 stolen bases.
Here's the pitch. And he taps it right at the first baseman who was playing in. Check swing, and that went right to Plout, 2 away.
Pitch number 2, left fielder Nolan Hamilton.
Here's Nolan Hamilton.
Coming in batting .265.
And takes a pitch outside, 1-0.
12 RBIs, 10 walks, 7 stolen bases.
And there's a strike at the knees. Another pitch called that was a strike right on the outside corner.
Yeah, that was close enough to be called a strike.
Definitely. And that's hit in the air to right field. Right fielder's going back, still going back into the track, and he's got it for the third out of the inning. For the Crabs, no runs. There was a hit. There were no errors. They end up stranding Cavanasaurus at third, and they trail 2-1 at the end of 2. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM. All right, we're back. Thanks to Cypress Grove Cheese, leading producer of delicious artisan goat cheese, including Humboldt Fog, one of the most famous cheeses in the country. Proudly based in Arcata, Cypress Grove cheeses are available at cheese shops and grocery stores nationwide and online at cypressgrovecheese.com. There's nothing like that. Humboldt Fog feeling. Also, Charleston Tree Services, here to help with your growing concerns. They're a locally owned and operated family business that served homeowners and commercial property owners throughout Humboldt County since 2007. All right. So here we go, top of the third inning. It'll be Moore, Harris, and Plout for the Peloteros, leading 2-1. Sun now coming out pretty much completely. And here's the pitch, and it's fouled up against the screen.
All right, Benjamin, so we're going to have the team awards at the end of the game. Robin Guyver is going to present those. So what are your predictions for MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Pitcher of the Year?
The 0-1 is low, 1-1. Pitcher of the Year is obvious. Miles Standish.
Yep. That's not even a question.
Offensive Player of the Year, I think it's going to be Sewell. It could be Enyart, the 1-1.
Well, I think if Sewell gets MVP,
yeah,
it's probably going to be Enyart.
That's probably how it'll play out.
Yeah.
Although I could see Keenan Morris getting MVP.
Yeah, Keenan Morris is definitely in that conversation.
Just his defense has just been so good.
Yeah.
The 1-2. I mean, who knows how many runs he saved this season.
Oh, yeah.
Fouled up against the screen.
100%.
Count remains 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Swung on him is Azueta blows a fastball by him. Eye high. One away.
It's really tough to predict MVP because you have a guy like Cameron Sewell who has all the flashy numbers. You have a guy like Adam Enyart who has 55 RBIs, which I've never seen before.
Yeah.
Then you have a guy like Keenan Morris who does all the things you want offensively and has been the best defensive player on the team. I mean,
And
it's really difficult.
Not only in this team, but on pretty much
yeah,
any team for a long time. There's a strike on the inside corner to Harris, 0-1. I mean, I haven't seen anybody play defense the way he does.
Yeah.
Swung on and missed in a long time, 0-2.
So as far as MVP goes, I really don't know where Robin and the coaches are going to go with that one.
The 0-2 outside. The 1-2 in the air, shallow left field. Morris going out. Hamilton coming in. It's Hamilton making the catch for out number 2. And the other thing I think you have to ask is how much does league play matter compared to non-league play?
True.
Because Enyart in league play had some great games, especially against the Rogues. Here's the pitch. And misses high, 1-0.
I don't know if we have a reliever of the year, but I think Max Hippensteel
would have been Hippensteel, yeah. The 1-0. High and outside, 2-0.
And then, of course, we were talking off mic. We also have the Scott Morshing.
Kevin, I think.
Kevin Morshing award.
2-0. Kevin Morshing, a player who played for the Crabs and then in the following fall was killed when he fell off a skateboard.
I remember when that happened. That was terrible.
It was really awful.
I think that's kind of like a good teammate, good sportsmanship.
Yeah, I believe
kind
it is.
of award.
Yeah. The 2-1 in the air to center field. Reed going back near the warning track. Now he stops, reaches up and makes the catch for out number 3. And the Peloteros go in order in the third, but they lead 2-1. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM. We are back. Bottom of the third inning, Crabs trailing 2-1. At the top of the order, Morris, Reed, and Sewell. Morris doubled his first at bat. And he takes a pitch inside, 1-0. The 1-0. This is low. 2-0 now the count to Morris. And another pitch misses, 3-0. That's in there. 3-1. 3-1, popped in the air. Foul territory, third base side. And it'll be the third baseman over there to get it. That's Munguia. 1 away. Here's Timmy Reed, was hit by a pitch, his first appearance.
Batting next to the Crabs, number 3, center fielder, Timmy Reed.
And Reed taps one foul over towards the Peloteros dugout. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Peloteros. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for the Crabs. And Reed takes a strike on the outside corner. 0-2. The 0-2.
Ooh.
I'm not sure what he's pointing at.
What?
Manager's pointing at something. I don't know. I mean, the umpire. I don't know. I don't know what that was
I
about.
have no idea what just happened. Okay.
Pitch was not inside or anything. He looked like he was warning the pitcher of something.
Or maybe it was a sort of time violation.
Now I don't know what's going on now. The
Okay.
umpire is going to talk to the first base umpire. I have no idea. He didn't call a balk or anything. I mean, he can't call a balk. There's nobody on base. Oh, that's why he licked his hand. Okay.
Yeah, so there's a rule you can't lick your hand and go straight to the ball.
The 1-2 is fouled out of play.
And I think the pitcher gets assessed a ball in that situation. Keep forgetting about that rule. But I think that's what happened there.
The 1-2 to Reed. Deep to right field. Right fielder, center fielder, as a matter of fact, is going to make the catch for out number 2. Harris out there. 2-way, nobody on. Here's Sewell.
Sewell with that beautiful mustard bat that started using last night.
Yeah, that's a cool bat. And the pitch. Taps it foul up against the backstop. Oh, and 1. The 0-1 is hit right back to the pitcher. Takes it to the bag himself, and that ends the inning as the Crabs go in order in the third. They trail 2-1. Stay tuned. Liam will be along to bring you the middle innings. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the 4th inning, it'll be Mungia, Noose, and Peterson to bat for the Peloteros. And here's Liam to bring you all the action.
Thank you, Benjamin. Zazueta still out on the mound, 4th inning. Wow, my last 3 innings, what a great season. It's gone by quick.
It's been a lot of fun.
By the way, the next local sporting event on these airwaves will be August 30th, College of the Redwoods football. Pitch to Mungia is in there for a called strike, 0-1. The one swung on and missed, 0-2. Kickoff for that CR football game, August 30th against Sacramento City College at 1 p.m. That game, like every other home game for CR football, will be played here in Arcata on the campus of Cal Poly Humboldt at the Redwood Bowl. As that pitch is fouled off to the right. 2-0-2. All home and road games right here on ESPN 107.3 FM, 1340 AM will be myself and Mitchell Mongi, who's done a great job on the Crabs broadcasts as well.
Mitchell and Aaron Donaldson.
Oh yeah, big thanks to Aaron Donaldson. The 0-2 is in the dirt, 1-2. And I hope that
do play-by-play for the first time this season.
Yeah, I hope that Aaron can come back next season. Love to have him back. The 1-2, just inside.
Absolutely.
2-2. Do ground ball to the left side and pass Keenan Morris through the hole. It's going to be a base hit. Mungia. Leadoff single. It's going to bring in Dylan Nuz. College of the Redwoods football, I've been mentioning, they got moved up to the top division of California Community College football, so they're going to be playing a lot of good competition. Pitches in there for a called strike, 0-1. Head coach Jason White, since restarting the program in 2019, or 2021, I believe. Or no, 2022. Throw over to first. Mungia back in safely. Since restarting in 2022, they have made a bowl game in the first year and then won the last 2 bowl games that they have played in. 0-1. Misses outside, 1-1. So it's going to be a great season. Hopefully, many of you who listen to these Crabs broadcasts will tune in for CR football this fall as well. 1-1, showing bunt, and then pulling back, taken outside, 2-1. One is a little number down to third base, and Sewell's gonna pick it up and just throw out. Nuz, one away, kind of bobbled it a bit.
Thought about going to second, but wisely chose to go to first instead.
On the play, Mungia will go to second. It's going to bring in Kyle Pedersen. And a throw goes into center field. And now Reed's going to pick up the baseball, throw to third, close play at third, but Mungia's going to get into third safely. Throws in, pitches inside, 1-0. 1-0. In there for a called strike, 1-1. So that's going to be an error on pitcher Zazueta, allowing Mungia to go third. The one swung on and foul tipped into the glove. It's 1-2. So runner at third with only one out. Infield's in all the way. And the 1-2. Swung on a missed strike three. Big strikeout for Zazueta, 2 away. And that's going to bring in Frankie Castillo. I believe Crabs Queen Tamara Closey is getting interviewed by John Farley in Redwood News down right below me. So if you watch the local news tonight, you might see Crabs Queen on there. Pitch to Castillo is fouled off to the left, and it's 0-1. One up high off the glove of Soros, and coming in from third and scoring is going to be Mungia. And it is 3-1. So that's going to be a wild pitch. Now with the run in, bases are empty now with 2 outs. 1-1 count. Pitch is high and inside, 2-1. Two one, called strike. Get off the plate outside, 2-2. Swung on and missed and popped out of the glove of Soros. He's going to have to throw down to first to complete the play, and that's going to do it here in the fourth. A run does come in for the Peloteros. They lead 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to F and 9th Streets here in downtown Arcata. Bottom of the fourth inning. The score is 3-1 in favor of the Peloteros, joined by a special guest, former Arcata High Tiger, future College of the Redwoods Corsair, and my brother, Finn Warner.
Salutations.
How's it going?
It's pretty good.
Looks like we have a new pitcher on the mound, actually. It's number 5, Jalen Patterson. He'll face Adam Enyart, followed by Jacob Pappas and Kavanasaurus. Pitch to Enyart, low and inside, 1-0. And 1-0 pitch, misses outside, 2-0, and you might possibly be a Crab next season. We'll see. See how it goes. 2-0. inside 3-0.
Yeah, the sweet spot.
3-0 inside ball 4. Enyart walks on 4 pitches, and I'll bring in Jacob Pappas.
See, I'm surprised on that. Thought he was going to get that strike there because I saw him shaking all the umpires' hands pregame, you know, trying to get on their good side.
Yeah, it didn't work there.
Right fielder, Jacob Pappas.
Pitch to Pappas. And there for a called strike 0-1. By the way, if you want to see Finn play baseball this spring, I believe the season starts in late February. College of the Redwoods baseball. Guys play your home games at Bomber Field in Eureka, right? 0-1, up high 1-1.
It's an interesting field.
Yeah, former home of the B-52s. 1-1, and that hits Pappas right on the back, maybe on the arm. He's going to head down to first. I'll make it first and second with nobody out.
If you've never experienced a bomber hop, you're a lucky fellow.
Does that have to do with the infield?
And the outfield.
And the outfield?
You're my favorite mom I've had this year.
I haven't seen a game there in a while.
I went to a CR game last season, and I'm pretty sure it was in like December. I could be wrong, but it was so cold. It was so
I feel
cold
like it was
there.
probably February. I mean, unless they were playing a scrimmage.
No, it was I forget who they were
Pitch to
playing.
Soares, low, called strike right on the corner. 0-1. Actually, you're right. I think the CR baseball starts their season in late January.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was January. It was freezing. It was freezing.
It's like the first baseball action you can really watch at all. The 0-1 is high and inside 1-1. Cold baseball in late January. One low outside, and catcher almost throws it down the right field line. First baseman did a good job jumping out and gloving it.
That was called a strike.
That was a called strike, so it's 1-2.
You know, for high school, we played in, you know, like April, and stuff would get rained out all the time.
Oh yeah, 1-2. Good breaking ball, just misses high and inside. 2-2. That's the reality of playing baseball in Humboldt County in the spring.
I can only imagine January.
Oh yeah. Just try to fit in the games when you can. Two time's been called, and a balk was called, I believe. So a balk's been called on Jalen Patterson. So no pitch, and both runners are going to move up.
Guess he didn't give out good handshakes. Wasn't
Guess
firm enough.
not. Can't tell you what he did, but it was ruled a balk. And the count's 2-2.
And the Giants are up 12-2. I don't know when that happened, but
I didn't even think the Giants were capable of that much offense. Means they're going to get shut out tomorrow. The 2-2. This is outside 3-2. The Giants are going to Pittsburgh after today to play the Pirates, who just swept the Giants in San Francisco. 3-2, it's a fly ball. It's going to get into center field for a base hit. Enyart's going to score. Pappas motoring right behind him. And the Crabs tie it up 3-3. So the balk really ended up hurting the Peloteros there.
Tamara's bubbles have infiltrated the booth.
RBIs for Soros, and that's going to bring in Caden Lee, runner first, nobody out, and a tie ball game. Shalee low and outside, 1-0. Oh, swung on and missed. 1-1. High and outside. 2-1. Benjamin's getting to experience the other side of the booth while Finn is on the radio with me.
Yeah, he's a right boother right now.
Yeah, he's a right boother. 2-1, swung on and missed. 2-2. Two, fly ball to right, right fielder going back and squaring up, making the catch and bluffing to go to second is Soros, but he's going to stay at first. So 1 away. And that's going to bring in Parker Rogers.
Now batting number 4, second baseman, Parker Rogers.
Pitch to Rogers. Called strike right on the corner, 0-1.
Looks like Big Seed is up in the pen. Cedar Klein.
Big Seed. It's one of your guys. Former Tiger, 0-1. Fouled off to the right, 0-2.
He's a righty, but he swings a golf club and a baseball bat lefty.
Yeah, you went golfing with Cedar and Nolan Hamilton.
Yeah, I'm pretty terrible at golf, I'll tell you that.
I would be if I tried. The 0-2 is swung on and missed. And that's strike 3, 2 away.
Also, hitting the cage with Nolan, and he'll tell me about how he hit hella golf balls that day, and his swing's all jacked up.
So Nolan Hamilton's in the batter's box and takes a strike, 0-1. He's a golfer, huh? Man, I think a lot of baseball players
yeah, they go hand in
take
hand.
up golf. 0-1 is up high, 1-1. I know Jeff Giacomini, the Crabs hitting coach, is a big golf guy. Takes his golf clubs on the bus with us when we go on the road and always tries to find a course to play at. 1-1. Misses up high, 2-1. Is a fly ball to left. Left fielder going back and to his right a few steps. Make the catch. That's going to do it for the Crabs here in the fourth. But they get 2 runs. They tie it up 3-3. So we head to the top of the 5th inning. They're listening to Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to F and 9th in downtown Arcata. Top of the 5th inning. To the top of the order, Miller, Bulliard, and Moore due up for the Peloteros. And a new pitcher on the mound for the Crabs is former Arcata High Tiger, Cedar Klein. And Finn, how is Cedar doing this season?
Only 3 games, late addition, 5 innings pitched, 5 hits. Only 1 run given up, and if I recall, it was a drop pop-up in the infield, so not earned. So 0 earned runs, no walks. That's pretty impressive, actually.
Yeah.
7 strikeouts, and he has a win. He has a W on the bump.
He's got some good numbers. Do you have a scouting report on him? Do you know, what kind of pitches he features?
Fastball.
What he likes to throw?
Fastball. I think he has a splitter, if I recall. That's in some type of breaking ball.
Ray Miller will step in. Pitch to Miller, check swing, peel down to first, did not go, 1-0. You and Cedar were teammates on that 2023 North Coast Section Championship team that won the title here at the Arcata Ballpark.
It's a pretty good team.
Miles Oliver was on that team as well, I believe. 1-0 in there for a called strike, and it's 1-1.
He indeed was starting center fielder. He is now a PO, but
pitching only for those who don't know. 1-1, called strike, 1-2.
I give the credit of that strike to Gavana Suarez behind the plate.
Yeah, good frame job. 1-2 swung on and missed, strike 3, 1 away. Vaughn is catching his 3rd straight game. Nico Lombardi left after the Healdsburg series, and then Liam Forsythe, he has an injury which keeps him from being able to catch. He can still DH, so Kavana's the only one left.
I think you got to give it to Kavana. He's a returner. He's given a lot to the Crabs, and Guyver's given him the starts because of that.
Pitch to Bulliard outside, 1-0. I was super happy to see him on the roster when the season started. It's good to have him back.
Great player and great teammate.
Yeah, he's just a good dude. Good guy to have in the clubhouse. So 1-0. Lone inside, 2-0.
Big energy guy.
Yeah. The vibes are always good when Kavana's around. 2-0, fouled straight back to the screen.
Hey, we got
2-1.
Tanner Keys suited up and available.
That's right, the son of Crabs trainer, head trainer, Nate Keys.
So Tanner was also on that team, but he was our starting shortstop as a freshman. He didn't hit. He got DH for, but he was just out there at shortstop.
2-1, and there for a called strike, it's 2-2. Would be cool to see Tanner Keys maybe getting at bat.
In my opinion, he's the best catcher in the area. He's amazing defensively behind the plate. So,
well, I bet he's the emergency catcher. If something happens to Kavana, hopefully not. 2-2, misses outside. Count goes full, 3-2.
See if Cedar Klein can avoid giving up his first walk with the Crabs.
Ooh.
It's a big pitch right here.
3-2. Just misses low, ball 4. You jinxed it.
It was close.
First walk of the season for Cedar Klein.
Very close. My bad, Cedar. I know you're going to watch this back on YouTube later. That was my bad.
Let's bring in Carson Moore. Cedar seems like a pretty chill guy.
Oh, yeah, Cedar's great.
Pitch to Moore is a line drive that's going to go up the middle for a base hit. Stopping, and bobble by Timmy Reed. And that's going to allow Bulliard to go to third on the error from Timmy Reed.
You don't see that often out of Timmy Reed.
Yeah, very unusual. Reed's been very good defensively.
Highlight of the 2 games in Healdsburg.
Highlight of the season.
Probably the highlight of the season was he robbed a home run.
Yeah,
Would have been the Prune Packers' 6th home run of the game, and he got up there and brought it back.
That was easily going to go over the wall.
Oh.
And that's a fly ball to left, and Hamilton turning around. He looks up. It's off the very top of the wall and bounds away from him. 1 run's going to score. 2nd run being waved around. He's going to score, and going to 3rd and sliding in safely is Jason Harris, and the Peloteros have a 5-3 lead.
It's a tough read off the wall. Hit the very, very top. He bat flipped after he hit it. Definitely thought it was leaving.
Well, in a lot of other ballparks, that would have been a home run. And we're talking about Healdsburg. That would have been way gone in Healdsburg. It's going to bring in Landon Plout. Pitch to Plout is popped up, center field.
Oh, that's a bad spot.
Morris going out and makes a nice over-the-shoulder catch. And a good throw back into the catcher Soros to keep Harris at 3rd, 2 away. Keenan Morris, that's what he's been doing all season. Just making tough plays look really easy.
DPOY or what? What are we thinking?
Oh, easy. He's easily the defensive player of the year. I mean, the only question is if he's done enough to earn MVP, which I think he's definitely in the conversation. Munguia will step in. And it's up high 1-0. But of course, you got a guy like Cameron Sewell who has all the flashy numbers. Adam Enyart, it's going to be tough. Who's your pick for MVP, Finn?
Cam.
Yeah, 1-0. Outside 2-0. If I were betting on it, I would be betting on Cam Sewell to win MVP.
See, you know, I wish I had, like, you know, OPS in front of me right now. You know, some more advanced statistics.
I believe I could pull that up. The 2-0. In there for a called strike, 2-1.
I mean, OPS is pretty much the stat people use nowadays.
2-1, fouled off to the right, 2-2. Yeah, I mean, batting average is increasingly becoming outdated.
On base plus slugging is OPS.
So Sewell,
It's got to be high.
he leads the team in OPS, 1.178 OPS.
That's really good.
Yeah. Two, high and outside. Count goes full, 3-2.
I mean, an OPS over 1,000 is elite.
Cam Sewell also has an on-base percentage of .511. So he's getting on base a little over half the time. 3-2 is a ground ball to Morris, throw over to first, and that's going to do it for the Peloteros here in the 5th, but they get 2 runs. They lead 5-3 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to FN Ninth here in downtown Arcata, bottom of the 5th inning. Peloteros lead the Crabs 5-3. It will be Morris, Reed, and Sewell, top of the order, due up for the Crabs.
Top of the order for your Humboldt Crabs, number 9, Eden Morris.
Pitch to Morris, called strike, 0-1.
Morris's on-base percentage has to be up there, too.
Yeah, let me see. Way outside, 1-1. Keenan's on-base percentage is 414.
It's pretty
Very
good.
good. Pitch is fouled off the plate and got a piece of the catcher. Looks to be okay. 1-2.
I imagine a healthy Sutter Moss would have been very helpful down the stretch there for the Crabs.
Definitely in the league championship, and if Elijah McNeil was still here, I think that would have helped as well. 1-2, fouled straight back, still 1-2.
Yeah, I believe he
Elijah, after he got drafted, I
chose
believe
not to sign.
he went back with his agent. You know, didn't want him to incur any injury risk, understandably, after getting drafted. The 1-2 is popped up down the left field line. Shortstop, left fielder making the way out there. It'll be the left fielder making the catch, one away.
We got a shout out to Marion Baker from Hazel and Jerome. Happy birthday, Marion Baker. Your family loves you.
And that's going to bring in Timmy Reed.
Have a nifty 50. Hi, Marion. That boy Dominic. Batting next for the Crabs, number 3, Timmy Reed.
Pitch to Reed, fouled off to the left. 0-1. Misses up high. 1-1. One up high again, 2-1. Two one up high again, 3-1.
Timmy Reed's a good guy to have on the base paths.
Oh yeah, he's got some speed. 3-1, up high, ball 4. So Patterson started off with a foul ball and then 4 straight balls that were all up high to walk Reed.
I'm just going to put it out there. A record-tying home run right now would be like pretty cool.
Would be pretty cool. Cameron Sewell, he's at 9. The home run record for the Crabs is 10. That was set by Damian Henderson in 2019. Sewell's currently tied with both Brian Blauser and Bryce Kirk. Bryce Kirk also tied the old record in 2019. Called strike to Sewell, 0-1.
That was a good team.
Yeah, that home run battle between Bryce Kirk and Damian Henderson was unlike anything I've ever seen here. That was really fun. Over to first and Reed's back in safely.
Adam Enyart told me that Damian texted Cameron Sewell and said, go get that record.
Oh, yeah. Well, I interviewed Damian before the season started, and that's pretty much what he said. He said he wanted the record to be broken. The 0-1, way up high and outside, 1-1.
If you watch Momentum YouTube videos.
That's right. Damian's a YouTuber now.
You'll see Damian in those videos.
Yeah, the Watch Momentum YouTube channel.
He's an influencer.
1-1 up high, 2-1.
I talked to Damian recently when I was like pretty young. I'd hang around the dugout and me and him were boys.
Yep. Damian's a good dude. 2-1. is a fly ball to center field. It's going to stay in the park, though. The center fielder near the track making the catch. Terrace, 2 away. And that's going to bring in Yardy, Adam Enyart.
Now batting number 16, Adam Enyart.
Talking about good dudes on this team, Adam Enyart's definitely one of them.
After he got tossed for that bat flip against Medford, he came up and hung out with us.
Yeah, that was super cool. Pitches outside, the throw down to first, and they got him. They picked off Timmy Reed on the back pick, and it's going to do it here in the 5th. Crabs fail to score. They trail 5-3 as we head to the 6th inning. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to F and 9th here in downtown Arcata, top of the 6th inning. Final game of the season. Peloteros lead the Crabs 5-3. Will be Nuz, Pedersen, and Castillo against Cedar Klein. The 2nd inning of work. Crabs Baseball is brought to you by Compass Community Credit Union. Hey, Crabs fans, team sponsor Compass Community Credit Union is happy to point you towards a better banking experience. Visit their conveniently located branches in Arcata and Eureka or online at compassccu.org. That's compassccu.org. Also by the North Coast Co-op.
Now back to the Peloteros on the 33, Dylan Nuz.
Nuz will step in.
Okay. I'll definitely let him know.
Pitch to Nuz, misses outside 1-0. Well, since it's my last inning of play-by-play, unless this game goes into extra innings, do want to do a few thank yous to everybody involved who makes this happen. 1-0, misses outside 2-0. First guy I want to thank is Eric Frazier. He's on the Crabs Board of Directors, and he really does a ton of work in helping me get set up for the season. Then once I'm set up, I can usually get everything done pretty easily. 2-0 was swung on and missed, 2-1, but he is a great help in both getting everything started for me and closing everything up for me here at the end of the season. So huge thank you to Eric Frazier. None of this would happen without his help. 2-1, high and outside, 3-1. Also, Ellen Barthman, also on the Crabs board. Handles all the money stuff.
Rafael Devers had a big game today.
Oh, yeah. Had a home run.
3 for 4 with a home run, 4 RBIs, and a walk.
Finally, Rafi's getting going. 3-1, up high ball 4. So Nuz going to head down to first. Ellen helps us out with all the stuff we need to order for the season, so huge help.
Jung Hoo Lee was 4 for 4.
Wow, Jung. Attaboy. I'm bringing Kyle Pedersen. Also, Vicky Rossi on the Crabs board. Deals with all the road trip stuff and make sure all the road trips go smoothly for me, so huge part. All the road trips. High and outside 1-0. getting me set up with all the stuff I need. So big thank you to Vicky Rossi. Concession staff who keeps us fed every single game. Work very hard. Some of the hardest working people in the ballpark. 1-0 is fouled off to the right. And it's 1-1.
Our scoreboard operator.
Our scoreboard operator, Jack Sparks. Best scoreboard operator in the entire league.
Not even close.
Not even close. Security staff, they do a great job. Wyatt Zerling. 1-1, runner goes, and Soros can't get a grip on the baseball. So stealing second will be Nuz.
Tim Warner, Josh Reed, and Trace O'Brien.
PA announcers.
Our trio of PA guys.
Of course, a big thank you to Mitchell Mongi and Aaron Donaldson for filling in on the mic here on the radio side. Both of those guys did a good job. 1-2 swung on it, missed, strike 3, 1 away.
Shout out to Tamara for
Tamara,
getting the
Crab's
lineups,
queen.
giving us blueberries.
Yeah, blueberries almost every game and getting me the visiting team lineup. Very helpful.
It's a tall task.
Does
man.
a lot for us.
Just standing there awkwardly waiting for a coach to walk by so
She's
you can ask
she's
him for the
very good
lineup.
at bothering the other team for their lineup, which I feel like I would not be as good at doing. Castillo swings and misses, and it's 0-1. A big thank you to the Crabs coaching staff. I mean, the group of Crabs coaches, they're a really good group of guys, and I absolutely love working with them every single day. Manager Robin Guyver, best in the business. Would not want anybody else leading this Crabs team. And throw down to second from Cedar, and it kicks off the glove of Morris, but gets on it quickly.
Trainers Nate Keys, Michelle Snyder, and Chad Farrow.
Yep. 3 of them do a great job. And I will see Nate Keys and Chad Farrow in the fall. They are also on the trainer crew for CR football.
Also baseball, so.
Yeah, I think they just, they work for all the CR athletics, so. And Klein steps off. Crabs assistant coach is Eric Giacone, who Eric puts in a ton of work over the offseason, getting the schedule ready, getting teams filled in on the schedule. 0-1 is fouled off to the left, 0-2. Eric Giacone is our league board representative, so anything that happens at the league level, Eric has a hand in making those decisions.
Brody Jacobs getting warm in the Crabs bullpen. Caught by Tanner Keys.
The 0-2 is a fly ball. It's going to get into left center for a base hit. Nuz is going to be waved around, and he's going to score, and it's 6-3 Peloteros.
Yeesh.
So things not going so great for the Crabs here.
It's okay. Get a little exciting comeback on the last day.
Yeah, there have been plenty of them. It's going to bring in the top of the order and Rain Miller. And Robin Guyver is going to go out to at least check on Cedar Klein. We'll see if he makes a change, and he will be making the change. So Cedar Klein is going to come out of this game. Coming in will be Brody Jacobs. On the other side of the 60-second break, you're listening to Humboldt Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to F and 9th Streets here in downtown Arcata. We're still in the top of the 6th. Runner at first with 1 out and a run in for the Peloteros. They lead 6-3. Crabs Baseball brought to you by North Coast Mercantile, family owned and operated, serving Humboldt County since 1951. North Coast Mercantile brings you a fantastic assortment of domestic, import, and craft beers, as well as wine, spirits, non-alcoholic beverages, and snacks. Check out the North Coast Mercantile's Titus trailer in the right field beer garden in the Arcata Ballpark. 8 taps featuring local microbrews, wine, and cider. By U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank strengthening our local communities. Our commitments come to life through our people, programs, and policies. Together we can make a difference in the communities we serve. Ray Miller will step in. Schmiller up high, 1-0. The new pitcher on the mound for the Crabs is number 25, Brody Jacobs. And Finn, if you have a second, how is Brody Jacobs doing this season? Throw over to first and runner back safely.
Let's look. 31 innings, 13 games, 3.19 ERA. He has 32 strikeouts, 14 walks.
1-0, and that hits Miller right on the back, so he's going to head down to first.
And
going to second will be Castillo, first and second, 1 out.
He's 2-0.
Just to finish my thank yous for the Crabs coaches, of course, talked about Robin Guyver and Eric Ciccone, but Jeff Giacomini, he is the, to borrow a football term, the offensive coordinator for the Crabs. And, of course, has done a great job. Former Crabs and B-52's legend, and always great to hang around. And then, of course, John Bryant, also a great assistant on the Crabs coaching staff.
Jacko was hitting bombs for the B-52s like not too long ago.
Oh, yeah, really not that long ago at all. And he was hitting bombs in Alumni BP. Pitches up high, 1-0 this season.
Unk still got it.
He still got it. That's definitely right. And like I said, the Crabs coaching staff is just a great group of dudes. And hopefully they can stay together for next season. 1-0 is low and outside, 2-0.
My Eagles coach played with Jacko on the B-52s.
We missed the B-52s. (2-0) in there for a called strike.
I like the B-52s because, you know, they were just there for the love of the game.
They were.
They just loved ball.
His former Crabs legend, Spencer Duggan, who helped start that team, I believe. I think with Giacomini. Could be wrong. The 2-1 is swung on and missed. 2-2.
Spencer Duggan was everyone's favorite Crabs player.
Oh, yeah.
At one point.
Spencer Duggan, legend. Dudu swung on a missed strike 3 to throw back down to first, and a close play. But Miller just gets back in.
Shout out to Michael Cohn from Madison Cohn.
I mean, if you return to the Crabs for multiple years, you'll be a household name.
You're gonna be loved here.
A couple guys come to mind. Coco Figueredo. I think he played 3 years here.
That's right. I mean, Coco Figueredo's from Fortuna, so Humboldt County local.
Great guy.
Carson Moore will step in. Christian Moore misses outside 1-0. Javier Felix was on the team as late as last season.
Remember Bo Bozette?
I do remember Bo Bozette. He was a good Crab.
Those were my bat boy days. So.
Oh yeah. You were in the dugout with those guys. The 1-0 fouled straight back. It's 1-1.
Man, if you're a kid and you're a Crabs fan, I highly recommend being a bat boy. It's fun.
Oh yeah.
You get to hang out with the players, run on the field, get your name announced.
Yeah, super cool experience. You also got to be a bat boy on the road once, I think in Lincoln.
Oh yeah. I think that was the only time I did it on the road, but that was real fun.
1-1 is a fly ball out to left field. Hamilton's racing after Reed as well, and that's going to fall right into the gap. 1 run's going to score. Second around being waved around. He's going to score, and it is 8-3 in favor of the Peloteros. And things have gone very poorly here for the Crabs. This Peloteros team, I mean, they showed it last night. They are pretty good.
I mean, Potter's farm team,
yeah,
they're not gonna be bums.
Well, that's exactly what we were talking about. I mean, the Potters are a great organization, and they're very good at developing players. And if the Peloteros are the B team for the Potters, they're going to be pretty good.
You know, I will say it, after the championship series, I respect the Potters a lot more.
Oh, yeah. Pitch to Harris. On outside, 1-0. I mean, the Healdsburg Prune Packers, they have the best players. I mean,
oh, yeah, for sure.
It's just pretty simple. They have the best players, and they have a lot more good players. 1-0 is in there for a called strike, 1-1. I would say a lot more really reliable players, especially pitchers that they can just, plug and play.
Simply put, they had more players from bigger schools.
That's right.
With more experience.
1-1 is fouled straight back, 1-2.
So the mathematical equation of that is that they score a lot of runs.
They score more runs.
And they don't give up a lot of runs.
They prevent more runs.
And when you score more runs than the other team, you win the baseball game. So they won a lot of games.
You don't get any better analysis than that. Yeah, that's how they won the league title. Pitch is a call, strike 3. Hit off the plate outside, but the Crabs will definitely take it. Peloteros get 3 runs here in the top of the 6th. They lead 8-3. So we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. You're listening to Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM.
Welcome back to F Street, Crabs Baseball. Peloteros up 8-3 in the bottom of the 6th. Crabs haven't really got much going. 3 hits, along with 3 errors and 3 runs. So we got a lot of 3s on the board up there.
We have a new pitcher for the Peloteros. Zach O'Neill, number 38.
And Josiah, I had a 6'7" skinny bitty legend time dishwashing.
What a shout out we got going on
Man,
here.
that is a peak brain rot shout out right there. I heard
6'7"
the 6'7" meme.
Liam, do you want to, have you signed this hat yet?
I did sign it.
Of course, I don't know if you've already shouted her out. Shout out to Scarlett.
Oh, yeah. Well, Scarlett is the president of the board. Whoa, dude.
Almost.
And your Pappas and Soros 2 up. Outside 1-0, yeah. Scarlett Palmer, she's the president of the board for the Crabs.
And who built these chairs, am I right?
Yeah.
That's a joke.
Somebody sitting to my
them.
left. And that pitch is fouled off to the right, 1-1. And Scarlett, has done a fantastic job leading the board. And I think her leadership has just been very, very good. And I know that the presidency of the board has to rotate, but I would keep her in a dictatorship forever if I could. The
Whoa,
1-1
dude.
is swung on and missed. 1 and 2.
Humble Crabs baseball. This is a democracy.
I know. Scarlett's been great. That's my point. 1-2 is a slow ground ball down the third base line. Pitcher picks it up. The throw to first, and Enyart's going to reach easily on the swing and bunt down the third base line. I'm not sure why the pitcher, Zach O'Neill, even tried to throw to first. That could have been ugly.
I mean, I guess it could be an oligarchy. You know, we got the board.
Yeah.
Batting next number 35, Jacob Pappas.
Well, the Crabs board of directors, I mean, they put in so much work and a lot of unpaid work. They are not paid. And the Crabs staff, they are paid. The board of directors is not. Pitch to Pappas is up high, 1-0. They are doing it because they love this team and what they can do for the community. And so board really deserves a ton of credit for the season's being put on year after year. The 1-0 is inside and throw down to first, and Enyart's back in safely. It's kind of halfway to going down to second, then stopped.
I don't think you'll find people who care more about the team than Crabs fans, Crabs board members,
That's right.
Crabs players.
2-0 is up high, 3-0. When you've been in operation continuously since 1945, you are very deeply rooted in your community, and I think the Crabs have. .3-0 in there for a called strike, 3-1.
I think the home white uniforms is just, it's good symbolism.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the home white uniforms, I've realized they've been around
Forever.
I think since the beginning. Seeing some very old photos with the classic whites on. Next pitch is inside ball 4. So the Crabs have something going.
Cavanasaur has 2 hits today already.
Yeah, Cavanasaurus stepping in, and like Finn said, he's been hot.
Spencer, happy birthday. I love you. A shout out to Parker from Mom and Dad. Thanks
Short
for the
meeting
beautiful
on the
life.
mound.
Love you, buddy. Batting next to the Crabs, number 10,
Crabs trying to fight their way back. Down 8-3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch to Soares. Ooh, a tough called strike, and it's 0-1.
That's a pitch where I already punched in ball called into the track man, and
That is what we like to call this season the Zach Norton strike.
shout out Zach.
Shout out Zach Norton.
He shows up.
0-1 is low and outside, 1-1.
That's what matters.
I think Zach Norton's one of the best people on the umpiring crew. But you know, the strike zone has been a little odd at times.
Hey, would you rather have
definitely a
Zach
cool dude.
Norton or no umpire?
Oh,
Think about that
yeah,
one.
I mean the umpiring crew. That's another group of people we need to give thanks to, because we give them crap all the time. But you know, without the umpires, we would not have any games. And they show up and they do a pretty good job most of the time.
Best umpire mustache award goes to Stephen Young.
Oh yeah, Stephen Young. 1-1, check swing. It's called strike though. And it's 1-2. Stephen Young, you'll also see on the football field this fall, officiating College of the Redwoods football games.
As a proud mustache wearer myself, Stephen Young's mustache is very inspiring.
It's very good. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Chase had a pitch in the dirt. Soares did, one away.
It's just not the at-bat you want in that situation at all.
No, and that's going to bring in Caden Lee, first and second and 1 out. Just to finish on the umpires, I mean, again, without them, we wouldn't have these games. And so a huge thank you to the umpiring crew of the Six Rivers Umpires Association. They really do a great job. when you put everything into context. Pitch to Lee is swung on and missed, 0-1.
And they take a lot of slack from the fans.
They take a lot of it.
But I mean, if you've been doing this for like as long as a lot of these guys have,
Yeah, they can handle it.
here, doesn't phase you.
They can handle it. The 0-1 is popped up. Shallow right field. Coming in, making the catch is the right fielder. 2 away. Nuz.
I can think of some people who can't really handle heckling very well, but I'm gonna stay quiet on that one.
Yeah, a certain team from Healdsburg. It's gonna bring in Parker Rogers. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely a shortage of officials just in general in many sports, so we're very thankful for what the umpires do here at the Arcata Ballpark. Pitch to Parker Rogers, high and inside, 1-0. Thankless job. It's always good at the end of the season to make sure that they are recognized. 1-0. And for a called strike, 1-1. One is sprayed foul off to the right. 1-2. There's a first and second with 2 outs. Parker Rogers in the batter's box. Crabs trail 8-3. Bottom of the 6th. Peloteros have just jumped all over him. 1-2's in the dirt. Nicely blocked by the catcher. 2-2. Misses low and outside. Count goes full, 3-2.
Here we go, OG.
That is Parker Rogers' nickname, apparently.
I guess he's Unk.
Yeah, he's the Unk on the team. 3-2 is popped up
Sometimes
down the right field line and out of play.
Sometimes it's not even about age. Maybe like
Yeah, he's just, you know, he's wise.
Maturity-wise,
Yeah.
you know. He's just Unk. He's OG.
I know that when we're on the bus, he's usually one leading the, at least based on his voice, he's usually the one leading the Mafia game in the back of the bus. He's definitely a leader on this team, even if he doesn't play every single game. Pitch to Rogers is popped up down the right field line, foul again, 3-2.
I could see Parker, not saying he's going to do this, but I could see Parker Rogers being an elite PE teacher.
Yeah, I could see it too. But yeah, not just like any average PE teacher.
No. Like the best.
Yeah. 3-2, outside ball 4, flips his bat. He'll head down to first. Bases are now loaded with 2 outs. That's going to bring in one of your guys, Finn Nolan Hamilton.
Had a quiet day so far, but you know, maybe he was just warming up for this at-bat right here.
Well, this would be a big hit if he gets it. To Hamilton is popped up right field. The right fielder coming in, waving his teammates off and making the catch. That's going to do it for the Crabs. Here in the 6th, they leave them loaded. Crabs trail 8-3 as we head to the top of the 7th. Stay tuned. The professor, Benjamin Schaefer, will take you the rest of the way. Listening to Crabs Baseball, 107.3 FM. Back to F and 9th Streets here in downtown Arcata. Top of the 7th inning. The Crabs trail 8-3. It will be Plout, Mungia, and Nuz due up for the Peloteros. And now, for the final time this season, here is the Professor, Benjamin Schaefer.
Thank you, Liam. Brody Jacobs out on the mound for the Crabs. Crabs trailing 8-3. 8 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Peloteros. 3 runs, 4 hits, 3 errors for the Crabs. Kind of a sloppy final game for the Crabs, but everybody's in a good mood. And
this Peloteros team is pretty good.
They're good. It'll be good to have them back next year. I hope we
Yeah.
can. That one's hit in the air to shallow left field. And Morris. Oh, what a catch.
Keenan Morris.
Keenan Morris going out to shallow left. Over the shoulder catch, boy. He's my pick for MVP if I were the manager. 1 away.
We shouted you guys out. I don't know if it was in the way John wanted, but.
Batting next, number 21, Gavin Mungia.
Here's Mungia. 1 out, nobody on. Wind beginning to pick up now, blow towards left center field. And the pitch, and he pops one high in the air. Shallow right field. Sewell going out. I guess is that Sewell? I guess that is Sewell. Going out, making the catch. No, Rogers, excuse me, going out on the grass to make the catch for out number 2.
Well, speaking of the schedule, I mean, it's really only a couple of months, and then Eric Ciccone is going to get right to work on.
I'm sure they're already
on getting teams in here for next season. I mean, I get a really early version of the schedule in like December.
Yeah. Here's News. He takes a strike on the inside corner at the knees.
So, I mean, really,
the Crabs board doesn't rest.
The planning for next season starts like right after today.
Yeah, tomorrow probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the 0-1. This is down low, 1-1. Yeah, it takes a lot of folks and a lot of time to get this season ready to go.
Yeah, I was talking about the Crabs board. I mean, they're not paid. They just do it for the love of the team.
1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. 1-2. Jacobs at the belt. 1-2 to News. Ooh, breaking pitch just missed low. 2-2. Two pitch. Swung on and missed, inning over. Peloteros go in order in the top of the 7th, but they lead 8-3. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 107.3. No, we're going to stay here. Too late? Nope. We're going to stay here for the final version of Take Me Out to the Ball Game with the world-famous Crabgrass Band.
And the ballpark staff. And we'll take you out to the ball game. While they're getting set up, let's do a shout out to Bat Boy Blaze from your family. Blaze, you rock. You are the goated Bat Kid. We love you.
Be a long time before we hear that again. Crabs trailing 8-3 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Will be the top of the order. Morris, Reed, and Sewell. Sorry, the bottom of the 7th, I think I said. I meant to say.
Top of the order for the Crabs. The bottom of the 7th inning, number 9, Reed Morris.
So here's Morris. And the pitch, line foul, and it's going to make it into the picnic area on the right field side of the park. The 0-1 grounded over to first base. Toss to the pitcher covering, 1 away. Here's Reed.
Batting next for the Crabs, number 3, Jimmy Reed.
And the pitch to Reed is a strike on the inside corner. Showing bunt. The 0-1 in the dirt.
Anyone need a pretzel? Hot dog?
The 1-1
I think we're good. Thank you
outside,
so
2-1.
I wasn't thinking about you guys. They just handed me the. I really appreciate anything you do.
That's fine. Take us for granted, Michelle.
2-1. Foul down the left field line and out of play. 2-2 now to Reed.
That foul ball brought to you by the fireplace on F Street in Rockford.
The 2-2. Misses outside. 3-2 the count. And the pitch. And Reed draws the walk. Here's Sewell. Probably his last chance to tie the season home run record.
Batting next for the Crabs, number 11, Cameron Sewell.
Reed takes his lead. Here's the pitch, and it rides high. Want to know the count. Throw over to first. Reed's back. The 1-0 fouled out of play.
Go heckle the football players at the CR game.
A ball and a strike to count. And the next pitch is high.
Oh my God, yes.
2-1. No. Fouled out of play, 2-2. 2-2 the count. Reed takes his lead. This ball game has really been deliberate, let's put it that way. Ball
Yeah,
game.
and combined
Pitch
with
misses high, 3-2.
combined with the score right now, it really hasn't been all that fun. And now someone's car alarm is going off. Two car alarms were going off at the same time.
Huh.
And now they're both off. That was kind of cool.
That was cool. And they were in sync, too.
Yeah.
3-2, throw to first. Reed's back again. It just seems like the pitchers, too, are just taking a long time between pitches.
Yeah. This is really the least ideal game to have go super long.
3-2, hit on the ground, foul, wide of first.
Because our great ballpark staff, myself included, we all have to
There's a lot to do.
pack up the ballpark
There's
as
a
soon
lot
as
to
this
do.
game's
All
over.
the ads have to come off the fence and
Everything has to
in
get
the
cleaned
outfield.
up and packed up. I mean, most of the stuff that's in here is, Crab's property, not property of the city who owns the ballpark. So we have to pack everything up and
This booth gets pretty gamey after.
put it into storage.
This booth gets a little cluttered after 2 months.
Yes, it does.
3-2 hits him. So Sewell aboard. Reed goes to second. And here's Enyart.
There's a lot of stuff that piles up in here over the course of the season.
Yeah. It was that bag of trail mix that we brought in end of May. Just finished it yesterday, I think.
Yeah, I brought it in start of the season.
It lasted all season.
Hey, it was a Costco-sized bag of trail mix.
Yeah, but it lasted.
I would hope it lasted the whole season.
So here's Enyart. And he hits one in the left center field. On the run is the left fielder making the catch for out number 2. The runners hold. And it'll be up to Pappas now.
There's no line in the beer garden, fans. There's no line in the beer garden. We'll be selling beverages for the entire game today. Batting next for the Crabs, number 35, Jacob Pappas.
They're selling out the beer at the park, $5 beer.
That's right. We used to do free beer at the end of the game, but
Yes.
then we put the kibosh on that.
Turned out to be a bad idea. Pitches in the dirt, 1-0.
So it gets pretty heavily discounted nowadays, but it is not free.
And giving away food and candy usually at the last game of the season.
That's right. I usually come away with a pretty good haul of soda and candy and
Really?
the concession stand didn't
Nice.
sell. Yeah.
The 1-0. Look out at second. And the pitch. Way high and inside. 2-0. Reed at second. Sewell at first. Crabs trailing 8-3. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. And the pitch swung on and missed. She chased a pitch high in the zone. 2-1 now to Pappas. Soros on deck. Two-1. Fouled up against the screen. Two and two. And that's in left center field. That's going to be trouble. That's into the gap. That's going to play both runners. Pappas is going to go for 3 to throw to third. He's in there with a stand-up with a triple. 8-7 now in favor of the Peloteros.
8-5.
Oh, excuse me. I was going to say, wow, we got right back in it.
We're getting there.
That ball was tagged.
Was.
And here's Cavanosaurus with Pappas over at third. And the pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Not really a plausible strike, but that's all right. 0-1. The pitch. Misses inside. 1-1. The 1-1. Hit in the air, foul. Out of play. A ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2 is high, 2-2. And 2-2. Fouled out of play. The 2-2 to Soros. Grounded out to short. And it hops over his head into center field. That's going to plate another run. The infamous Arcata Ballpark infield strikes again.
That was a nasty hop.
That's a hit. It hopped right over shortstop Moore's head. And it's 8-6 now in favor of the Peloteros.
Next to the crowd, number 24, Caden Lee.
Here's Caden Lee. And the pitch is high. The 1-0 fouled out of play. The 1-1 misses low, 2-1. Two one, grounded out to short. He bobbles, he throws to first, and a nice pick by first baseman Plout for the final out of the 7th inning. But the Crabs get 3 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and no left on base at the end of 7. It's 8-6 in favor of the Peloteros. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM. Welcome back to the ballpark. I've lost yet again, 50-50.
You might as well just go home.
Really?
Season's over for you.
Season's over. I'm done. For the Peloteros in the top of the 8th, it'll be Peterson, Castillo, and back to the top there for Miller. They're leading 8-6. And no one has claimed the 50-50. So there's hope. I think it's time to call it again.
That's what the rest of the crowd wants. What was it, 1,200?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
that's a pretty good chunk of change.
Well, I think they're going to have to call it again. And I think the rule is if no one actually claims it, it goes to the official scorer.
Yeah.
And
Well, and the official scorer has to give a certain percentage to be worked out later to the scorekeeper.
here's the pitch. Fastball high to Peterson.
You know, we can work that out later.
And nobody's claiming it. No one's claiming it.
I say 50-50, but I mean, you know.
1-0, 50-50, yeah. I say 95-5. Sounds more plausible to me.
We're going to have to.
Maybe we can meet in the middle.
We're going to have some serious negotiations.
1-1 the count. Oh, it looks like someone is claiming it now. Oh, they have a winner. All right, well, point is moot.
Well, you'll get him next year, Benjamin.
The 1-1. This is inside, 2-1.
You're going to win next season. Yeah, why doesn't the booth ever get tipped on the 50-50? I mean,
because we have nothing to do with it. This is high, 3-1.
I mean, we're here. No, the 50-50 / special events staff, they do a great job. They work really hard.
They
so
do. Yeah.
They deserve all of it.
3-1. Misses outside, and Peterson draws the walk.
We got Terry Sider at the third base beer station instead of Drysdale. What do we got here?
So runner at first. Here's Castillo.
This is a pinch hitter. I think it's number 17.
Okay.
Aiden Purvis.
Purvis.
Yeah, batting number 17, Aiden Purvis.
Purvis in for Castillo. Takes a pitch outside, 1-0. Burry Jacobs still on the mound for the Crabs. The 1-0 is high. 2-0. There is someone beginning to warm in the Crabs bullpen.
They're giving away the little softy baseballs.
Yeah.
You already have like 3 of them up here in the booth.
And Giacone now out to the
Whoa, they're flying all over
the mound to have a word.
Johnson's, hi Aunt Amy, Uncle Jackie, Jackson, and baby girl. Thank you for the epic stay in Humboldt County. We're having an awesome summer.
One bounced into the booth and then bounced back out. I'm shocked that Finn could not make the play.
P.S. Go Crabs, go.
All right, 2-0 the count to Purvis.
There are little soft baseballs just going all over the place, Benjamin. I would watch out.
That one just came
there we
in
go.
here and you missed it. You had your chance. Swung on and missed.
Too busy doing my job.
0-1. What? These are just like I said, they should just say landfill on them.
Hey, they're sponsored by North Coast Mercantile.
2-1 the count.
One of our great sponsors.
2-1. Swung on and missed. 2-2. We should keep some up here. We could play ball up here in the booth.
Yeah, we could.
You know. Next season, we'll set up a little softball game up here. The runner goes. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. The throw down to second, and they got him.
Oh,
strikeout,
dang.
caught stealing.
Not sure about that.
2
one.
away. I thought he made it, but
Not sure about that one.
Two away. We got to the top of the order for Miller.
The coach for the Peloteros is out to talk to the umpire, which I don't really blame him. Looks safe to me.
Top order for the Peloteros on 2, Ray Miller.
So here's Miller. Two outs, nobody on now. Here's the pitch from Jacobs. Is swung on and missed. 0-1. The 0-1. Popped in the air on the right side of the infield. Rogers calling for it on the grass, and that ends the inning. Peloteros go in order in the top of the 8th. They still lead 8-6. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM. We are back. Bottom of the 8th inning. Rogers, Hamilton, and Morris to bat for the Crabs, trailing 8-6. Turning into a lovely afternoon here at the Arcata Ballpark. Gentle wind blowing out towards left field. The band is rocking. And a great way to finish the 2025 season. And it'd be nice to bring home a win for that final game.
We got a shout out to Darren from Holly and Thomas.
It would, but these Peloteros, they've been tough.
They're good. Yeah, it's great to have a team that's competitive. We've had really, this has been the most competitive year, I believe, too.
Oh, yeah.
As far as we have had very few games that were total blowouts.
We've had a few bad games, and those games
Yeah.
were really bad.
Yeah.
But we've had a lot more really good games.
Was that one Sunday game? I forget. It just seemed like it took forever.
Oh, I think it was against the Potters.
Was it? And it was a huge blowout, though, right? It was.
Yeah,
like,
and they won by a
that
lot.
game, right? Yeah,
And
right.
It was
and
yeah,
it took
pretty
forever.
terrible
Yeah.
all around.
From Team Morris, so proud of you. Love watching you play and all of the balls.
So Landon Plout has come into pitch.
Number 4,
Okay.
Parker Rogers.
From first base, so they put someone at first. So here's Parker Rogers. Crabs need a couple of runs. 3 would be good. And fouled up against the screen, 0-1. They trail 8-6. And we're going to see a new pitcher in the 9th inning, it looks like. The 0-1 fouled out of play. Oh, 2. Breaking pitch down low. The 1-2 breaking pitch swung on and missed. That was nasty.
Yeah, that was a filthy pitch.
1 away. Here's Hamilton.
Batting next, number 2, Nolan Hamilton.
Pitch to Hamilton's a fastball low. Fouled out of play. So 1-1 now to Hamilton. The 1-1. Outside. Two 2-1. Outside again, 3-1. Do we know who that is warming in the bullpen?
I think it is Adam Enyart.
Oh, okay. 3-1. Fouled out of play. The count goes full.
That foul ball brought to you by Baylor Golf and Country Club.
Well, if the 9th is the last inning of the season for the Crabs on defense, Adam Enyart would be a good one to go in there.
That's right. 3-2 is low. So Hamilton draws the walk. Back to the top of the order for Keenan Morris.
That's top of the order for the Crabs, number 9, Keenan Morris.
And the pitch to Morris is in the dirt. The catcher can't find it, and so Rogers is going to go to Hamilton's going to go to second. So that's a pass ball. The 1-0. Down low. Going outside. Three balls, no strikes to count to Keenan Morris. And the pitch. Right down the middle, 3-1. Morris was taking all the way, of course. Three and one, misses. Oh, it's a called strike on the outside corner. 3-2, that was only about a foot off the plate. And now look out, he steps off and gestures towards second, no throw. And ball got away from the bullpen, so there's going to be a break in the action. All right, 3-2 to Morris. A look out at second. And the pitch. Ball 4. So the tying runs are on for the Crabs. And here's Reed. It's going to be Forsythe batting for Reed.
We're going to shout out to Britta from Connor. Happy birthday, Britta, and happy first Crabs game to the Goldstein twins. A shout out to Kira Morris from Team Morris. Greatest left field worker ever. Love you.
I got through them all. He's a miracle. I don't think he's the longest skinny ever.
Batting right to the Crabs, number 5, Liam Forsythe.
Josh is how to win. Let's practice.
And a big swing and a miss, 0-1.
Broke my will, Josh.
The 0-1 to Forsyth. This is low and outside. 1-1. Hamilton at second, Morris at first. Runners are going. The pitch is fouled out of play. One and two, and now Forsyth steps out. A few fans trying to get the wave going, but most people here know better. And so that wave died immediately.
One of the craziest moments I've ever experienced at a Crabs game.
1-2.
There's a tsunami warning going off in the middle of the Tuesday's championship series game.
And 2 is fouled up against the screen. 2-2 now to Forsyth.
Something that's never happened, I'm sure will never happen again during a Crabs game.
It may, could.
Could, but odds are low. But right when the alert went off on everyone's phones, everyone started doing the waves and the band started playing different ocean-themed music. Pretty funny moment.
The 1-2 to Forsyth, and now he steps off. Now Forsyth steps out. Okay, here we go. The 1-2 fouled away. Still the count is 1-2.
Yeah, the AI has gotten better throughout the season for sure. No, bro, Debbie was coming. Debbie's working materializing. I'll believe when I see it.
So here we go again with the count 1-2. Big spot in the game here. And the pitch, breaking pitch, swung on and missed, and Forsyth gone. That was a tough pitch.
That was a really good pitch.
Nasty. 2 away. So it'll be up to Sewell. And this will be a good time to tie the home run record, the season home run record.
Couldn't think of a better time.
And Krusty the Crab making his appearance for the final time in 2025 now.
Before he goes off, probably to the Caribbean.
Yeah.
10 months.
Somewhere warm. Here's the pitch. Outside and low, 1-0.
But he just goes all over the place. You know, spends a few weeks in Jamaica and then, you know, Bermuda, Hawaii. Just
I would guess.
goes all over the place.
Yeah. He's got 10 months. It's like,
Yeah, lots of
1-0
travel.
is a fastball taken for a strike on the outside corner. Another fastball away.
Wow.
Missed by quite a bit. Called a strike.
It's been the theme all season, right,
1-1,
Benjamin?
a wide strike zone, yes.
Many different umpires.
A 1-1. Breaking pitch misses outside. 2-1. Two-one pitch. Runners go. The throw down to third is not in time, and the Crabs pull off the double steal. Meanwhile, it's 3-1 to Sewell. And the pitch. Swung on and missed, and the count goes full. Three and two. Fouled away. So we'll do it again with the count full. Hamilton at third, Morris at second. 2 outs. Huge spot in the game right here, and the pitch. Fouled away again. Base hit ties it. Probably. Would it be great if we went in extra innings?
Yeah. Yeah, of course you would hope for that. You get to go right home after the game.
3-2. Swung on and missed, got him, and that ends the bottom of the 8th. The Crabs failed to score. They trail 8-6. Top of the 9th inning coming up. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM. All right, we are back, top of the 9th inning. Bolliard, Moore, and Harris to bat for the Peloteros. They lead 8-6. Crabs failed to score. They had the tying runs aboard in the bottom of the 8th, but failed to bring them in. And so we stand at 8-6.
Where are you going? You can't leave.
People are leaving the ball game here.
Maybe they're going to the beer garden.
No, they look like they're leaving.
Oh, that's a shame.
They're leaving. Who leaves the last game of the season in the 9th inning?
It's a 2-run ball game, too.
And a 2-run ball game.
Well, you know who the real fans are.
Unbelievable. All right, so Enyart takes over on the mound for Brody Jacobs. And Enyart's been good this season. He's had some tough outings, but he's also had some really good outings.
I mean, offensively, he's been amazing.
Offensively, he's been great, yeah.
Yeah. On the mound, he's had great moments. Tuesday's game against the Prune Packers in Game 1 of the championship series, I mean, he locked it down, 2 innings. I mean, that was his best outing of the season when the Crabs really needed him to come through.
That's right, yeah.
And I mean, that's what I'll remember from his season on the mound.
Me too, yep. That was a big moment.
But let's see here. This is his 13th appearance, 19 and 3rd innings pitched. In those innings, he's given up 11 runs. 10 of those are earned, 17 walks, 26 strikeouts, 4-0 record, 2 saves. Fun fact, Adam Enyart almost went to the Healdsburg Prune Packers this summer. He was up here talking to us.
Here's the pitch, and fastball to Bollier goes way outside. I think he slipped a little bit, it looks like.
After he got ejected, he came up to the booth last Sunday and was talking to us a little bit. Almost went to the Prune Packers, but then for the Crabs, he could two-way. He could both pitch and hit. So he chose the good side.
The 1-0 misses outside, 2-0.
And we are very glad that
Yes, we are.
he chose the Crabs this season. And not that team from Healdsburg.
The 2-0 is down low, 2-1. And the 2-1 swung on and missed, 2-2. Two pitch. Swung on and missed, got him, one away. For the Crabs in the ninth, by the way, it'll be Enyart, Pappas, and Soros to bat.
Batting next in 3, Carson Moore.
Here's Moore. Moore hits a grounder out to second base. Nice pick by Parker Rogers, 2 away.
Benjamin did it, whatever it was.
And here's Harris. I was wondering earlier if this is the Peloteros' last game.
I would,
Season as well.
I would think so. I mean,
I'm
this
guessing
is
it is. It's getting pretty late.
This is as late, I think,
Yeah.
as any summer team
Yeah,
will
it's getting
go.
pretty late.
School starts in not that long.
That's right.
Just a few weeks.
We start in 3 weeks.
Yep.
Here's the pitch. This is down low, 1-0.
We being Cal Poly Humboldt, where you are a
That's right.
professor of
Yeah, our
philosophy.
first day of instruction is the 21st, I believe. 22nd. The 1-0. Fouled out of play. Into the stands. Is someone going to catch it? Oh,
Nope.
No. Again. It falls uncaught. Some things never change. 1-1.
Be the same next season, too.
And the next pitch. The one outside, 2-1. Two-one. High and outside, 3-1.
So my guess, based on the way the calendar usually works for the Crabs, the next game will probably be on May 29th. Opening day,
All right.
2026.
3-1. Popped in the air, right field. And lead has it for out number 3. Stay tuned. Bottom of the ninth inning coming up. Crabs last chance. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 107.3 FM. All right, we're back. Bottom of the 9th inning. Crabs trailing 8-6. It'll be Enyart, Pappas, and Soros to bat. Trying to pull out a victory here in the final game of the 2025 season. Well, partner, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I've had a ball again this year. I'm
Another
looking forward
great
to
season.
doing it again next year together.
I'm already counting down the days, Benjamin.
We had a good time traveling together. It was a really great year.
That's right. I hope you can do more road games next season.
I will. Yeah.
You got to come to Lincoln. You've been to Medford.
You've been
to
go to Lincoln.
Healdsburg. You should come to Lincoln. I will tell you, the setup in Lincoln is better than in Healdsburg. So you experience Healdsburg, Lincoln will be better.
Yeah, Lincoln was not very comfortable. I mean, Healdsburg was not comfortable. It's a nice ballpark, but like you said, not so good for
they
us.
at least set me up with a table and a chair.
Fastball misses high, 1-0.
Not in the stands.
To Enyart. And also thanks to Mitchell Manji, who was
fantastic.
Great partner of the season, and Aaron Donaldson, of course, as well. Had a great time with all three of you. Throw to first, and Enyart's retired on a little slow roller out to second, 1 away.
Big thanks to Zach Rogers back in the Humboldt Hill Bi-Coastal Media Studios for operating the board most of the games. So big shout out to you, Zach. I will be in that chair for the Cal Poly Humboldt basketball games. So
interesting.
Looking forward to getting back down there, Humboldt Hill.
Here's Pappas. 1 out. And I always miss our little clubhouse here in the booth.
That's right.
But looking forward to hanging out with everybody again next year.
Well, we'll be back together in February.
That's true. The 1-0 misses outside.
Always have our off-season get-together right after the Super Bowl.
Nice little party after the Super Bowl.
And the halfway point of the season is really when it's New Year's Day. That's pretty much the halfway point of the off-season.
The 2-0 is outside. 3-0 now to Pappas. And, of course, our listening audience.
Yes.
Thanks to them. 3-0. Pappas draws the walk.
Happy to bring you all.
It's nice to know there's people listening.
There are. I mean, we know there are 127 people listening on YouTube. We don't have the numbers for radio, but usually quite a few listen on the radio. So
listening to us put the semi and semi-pro broadcast.
That's right.
We like to say.
Yes. Capital S semi-pro.
Here's Soros.
If you're expecting Kruk and Kipe on the Crabs broadcast, it's not going to happen.
No. A look out at first. And here comes the pitch to Soros. And it's a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Soros is the tying run. But there's 1 out.
We'll have the awards ceremony live on YouTube. The sound might not be very good. We're going to stick the headsets out the window.
The 0-1. This is down low, 1-1.
But if you stay tuned to the YouTube chat,
you can watch
I will be typing in the who wins what award. So if you're on radio, you'll want to switch over to the YouTube stream to get all that.
Ball and a strike to count. The pitch. Lined in the center field, and a sliding catch.
What a catch
by Harris out there. Nice play. And that is the second out of the inning, and the Crabs are down to their final out. It'll be up to Caden Lee.
Good job, guys. Batting next to the Crabs, number 24, Caden Lee.
Pappas at first. Crabs need another base runner or a home run. Here's the pitch, and he takes low. The 1-0. Fouled out of play. 1-1. The 1-1 misses outside, 2-1. The 2-1. Strike on the outside corner, and the Crabs are down to their last strike.
Would be fitting if the game ended on
Outside
a really
corner is
wide
generous
outside
description
strike.
of the situation, but
Be very
2
fitting.
and 2. The pitch. High and outside, and the count goes full. Parker Rogers on deck. The 3-2. Runner goes. And a leaping catch by the shortstop to end the ball game. Crabs lose it by a final score of 8-6. 8 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Peloteros. 6 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors for the Crabs. So the Crabs' final record ends up being what? Let's see.
We have to add
39 and 11.
Add in
right?
the 1 and 2
Right.
championship
So
series.
39 and 10 on the season. So a great season for the Crabs. Unfortunately, not winning a championship, but making their way to the championship after a tough season. And time now for the ceremonies for Liam Warner, Mitchell Manji, Aaron Donaldson, and myself, Benjamin Schaefer. It's been a great season. Thanks for listening. This is Crabs Baseball 107.3 FM.
Check, check. There we go. All right, Crab fans. Another season in the books. Tough speech right here to give after dropping that one right there. I want to first thank the Peloteros for being out here in this competition yesterday and coming to beat us today. Good job, guys. Thank you. We did a little bit of a roller coaster ride the last few weeks, fighting to get into the playoffs and getting there, and then getting. Last Tuesday was an epic night here, and then going here for fighting, came in second place. I'm super proud of these guys. It's been a hell of a summer. Definitely bittersweet. Really special group of guys. These 20 players right here are the guys that finished the summer with us. I loved all the guys this summer. We had guys that had to take off, had things going. These guys made a commitment and finished their commitment, and I'm very appreciative of you guys for that. Thank you, guys. Going on road trips this year and seeing other ballparks just makes me appreciate you fans more than ever. Yesterday was amazing. We having 1,100 and something people here yesterday. After losing a championship, we were coming back, felt like we were kind of coming to a funeral, and coming here yesterday was just awesome. So thanks again, you guys are the best fans there are. Along with the fans, the Humboldt Crowdgrass Band make this place amazing. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. We played for 2 months, but this is a 12-month endeavor for our board members. And I just want to quickly thank Scarlett Palmer, our president, David Sharp, Alan Barkman, Larry Zerlang, Bryce Dummersall, Vicky Rossi, Neil Butler, Michelle Butler, Robert Jimenez, Roger Lorenzetti, Matt Filer, Dan Ferramisco, Eric Fraser, and Zach O'Hannon. Thank you guys so much. Another thing about going on the road and coming back here is this beautiful field we get to play on. And I want to thank Josh and Drew right here for all your hard work getting this place going. Our ballpark staff keeps this place going all summer. Wyatt, Michaela, Kennedy, Cameron, and all the other red shirts, thank you so much. And this group up here in the Don Turbush media booth, Tim, Trace, Josh, Liam, Benjamin, everybody else that's up there working hard, thanks you guys, really appreciate it. We got the best training staff in summer baseball, led by Nate Keys. He's amazing, he's been with us forever. So lucky to have him. Michelle Snyder, Chad Farrow, Mia, Annette, and Jamie, thank you guys. My coaching staff, JB, Eric, and Jacko. I love you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for showing up every day and getting to work. We wouldn't be able to do it without our families, Jessica, Jacoby, and Preston, Mona, Tristan, and Sophia Giacomini, Tammy Booth, Jamie, and Brett Myatt, and my family, Alexis, Wesley, and Bo. They let us do this for a couple months and let us stay kids. And none of this happens without these guys, our players. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for life. See you guys get back. But you guys are all thanks for life. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to get down to the awards and wrap this thing up. The first award I have. First award I got is Pitcher of the Year. Cut to the chase. Miles Sanders. Let's go. Our second award, this guy could have won other awards. There's a number of people on this team that were in consideration for a lot of this. This guy definitely had MVP talk. He's a defensive player of the year, Keegan Morris. Get out here, Keegan. The next award we have is a very important award. It is the Morching Heine Coaches Award. A couple guys that we loved that have passed away, and this guy represented them very well. Didn't play all the time, but he was ready to go anytime that we called on him, and just showed up, ready to go every day. Brought energy, brought everything we wanted, and Nolan Hamilton. Let's go. The last two awards, this is a tough call. This could have gone either way. Both super deserving. There's other people deserving too that aren't here today, but this guy led the league in RBIs, second in home runs, hit 350-something, out of man yard. And final award, our MVP, guy did it from the first game, did it all summer long, Cameron Sewell. Comp fans, thank you very much again. Thanks for everybody that makes this happen. We'll see you next summer. Go Cransville.
Another summer shot to hell. Still, I mean, the way it worked out, we still had Thursday. That's right. That's right.
I'm writing it down, Roger.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the final performance of the North Vegas Crabgrass Band in the 2025 season.